Hi there, my name's Paul from Paul James Counselling, and today I just want to talk a little bit about wanting our partner to change. And sometimes when working with couples, I hear people say, I want my partner to be more assertive. I want them to say no to me because then I know how they truly feel, which to some degree is true. If we're saying yes quite often to what our partner is asking of us, and we're not always feeling like we want to do what we're agreeing to, then we're going to feel quite resentful around that. If there's any hint of people pleasing, we all do it to a certain degree, but if there's enough people pleasing that we're saying yes quite often when we might mean no, then we're definitely going to be inwardly angry. One thing's for sure, if there's too much people pleasing, there's almost a guarantee that that person will be feeling angry and resentful inside, but they will be carrying on to say yes when they don't mean yes. So it's very difficult, and sometimes people will say, I just want that person to be more assertive, I want them to change. And so there's two parts to this. So the person that is people pleasing might decide that they want to make some changes, but also the person that's asking them to change to reflect on how easy are they to say no to. What's their part in this? If their partner is saying no to them in regards to something that they really want to do or they really want their partner to do, how accepting and open are they for their partner to say no? Because sometimes people can want their partners to say no to them or be more honest or to stand up for themselves a bit more, but they might not realize how unapproachable they are for their partner to say no. And that can work too when we want our partner to do more clearing up or more maintenance around the home. A partner can say, I wish you could do more hoovering, I wish you could do this, I wish you would do that more. It is down to the other person to reflect on that and think, am I doing enough around the house? Am I doing enough? Do I need to make some efforts to do more? But it's also down to the other person. If they want their partner to do more around the house, they also need to accept that it might not be done the way they want it to be done. It might not be done to the standard that they want it to be done, like the bathroom or the dishwasher or the living room. So there's a two-way thing here, and I invite the person that wants to change to look at, how accepting am I? If my partner does do more around the house, that it might not be done my way. So I'd just like you to sort of reflect on that really. And this comes back to, we are different, we're two different people. And and also I think we can, within a relationship, we can also, when we're trying to ask our partner to do stuff and we're arguing and we're not hearing each other, I think it's very easy for us to go into sibling rivalry, where it's almost like brother and sister or brother and brother arguing, and we're waiting for the other person to finish and then we're coming back with our narrative, and we're just thinking we'll get this sorted at one point, and we go into this sort of sibling way of speaking to each other, and that can be quite erosive to a relationship. And that can also be a bit of a romance killer as well, because if we're feeling like we're arguing like brother and sister, or brother and sister, then why on earth are we going to want to be romantic with each other? Why are we going to want to be affectionate or sexual? So it's also about how we communicate this. If we want our partner to change, it's how we approach our partner so they don't feel too criticized. Because normally there's one person in the relationship that's more vocal about change, and that's okay. I really want you to change, I want this to change, I want us to talk more, and that's okay, that's your wants and needs. But it's very easy for the person that isn't as vocal to feel controlled, to feel told off, to feel got at, to feel pushed, and that will make them feel very resistant to change. So it's very important that we look at how we're communicating that to our partner. And it's also worth reflecting on, it's good to ask for change within the relationship, and it's good to want to be vocal about that. But when is it okay, or when is it time to just have some acceptance and some kindness that our partner is different to us. I think there's a balance, between asking for our wants and needs and just having some acceptance of who our partner is. So I'll just encourage you to reflect on that too. Of course, if there's things that we really feel strongly about and we want some change, that's okay to ask for that. But sometimes we can start to get quite focused on what our partner does or doesn't do. And we can just, we can want too much change. Why don't you change this? You need to change that. If only you would change this. And sometimes change is good, but we also need some acceptance too, that my partner's never going to be like me. And that's when we can, bring in some kindness. So we're not trying to look at changing people's integrity of who they are here. We're asking people to change or for us to accept that there might not be change. But we're also looking at bringing in some kindness and some understanding that we might be different from each other. My one partner might never be as emotionally connected and want to speak as emotionally as the other person, and sometimes it's good to change, but we need to have some acceptance around that's who they are, and some understanding. Another partner might be more practically minded and solution focused in a practical way, and they're always going to be like that. And it's helpful to have some acceptance and some understanding around that, as well as sometimes asking for change. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you just for some reflection and some thought really around, we're asking our partner to change. What changes do we need to make? How approachable do we need to be if we want our partners to start saying how they really feel or standing up for themselves? How ready are we and how open are we for our partner to start saying no? Yeah, I'll leave that with you. Thank you.